Hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're curious to know. Well, we're in downtown Greek suburbia. Look at this, just off the Fountain Roundabout in Anavargos. That's where we're going to come out at, and we're going to take a left and probably take a right and circumnavigate the Fountain Roundabout and head off into central Paphos, and then take a left down towards the oldish part of Paphos. So don't click off just yet. If you want to learn some routes and your way around Paphos, this could be that channel for you. A little channel known as Marika and me. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. There it is in all of its glory, shooting its stuff, the Fountain Roundabout in downtown Anavargos. If you go left, you'd head out towards the highway and go out for Limassol and Nicosia. But like I say, we're taking a right and we're heading into central Paphos, the Masoi area and the town centre, which they say is 3 kilometres from here. What have we got around us? Well, we've got Seawide Vets over on the right hand side. We've got Famous Sports and Athletic Shop just over yonder. If you want a haircut or perhaps to pop into a spa, climb up a bit further and you'll be there. Belvin Franks if you want some financial advice, and then coming up just over yonder is a car dealer. Perhaps if you want to buy a Lexus or a Maserati or something like that, you could pop in there and buy one that's only a couple of years old and save yourself a couple of bob. Now, this area here coming up is a very, very dangerous area indeed, because they've installed traffic enforcement cameras is what they're calling them. So they're making sure that we don't do naughty things like jump red lights, turn when we're not supposed to turn, and on top of all of that, we're not even allowed to speed either. Oh my goodness, what's going on in downtown Paphos? Lidl's coming up. That's Uptown Lidl on the right hand side. And if you want your car MOT to make it legal, there's the MOT centre on the left hand side. And a little bit of information: if you are coming to Paphos or anywhere in Europe and you need to MOT your car, you only have to do it every 2 years. Yes, you heard me correctly. You better stop, you never know. They might go and put some cameras on here, mightn't they? Now, big shout out to some of the stars who like to watch the show now and again. If you're in Uptown Scotland, of course, today is a very, very special day indeed. It is Burns Night tonight, so one or two of you will be out having a dram or two, and perhaps if your name's Lady Kirsty, you'll be dancing around in your woolly flip-flops and perhaps having a dram and chomping on a pork or chicken kebab. You never know, but we wish you a great, great night indeed. If your name is Stuart Frampton, again, have a great, great Burns night. And of course, if you're in Uptown St Andrews area, perhaps you're not going to go and play golf, no. And perhaps if your name is my cuz King James, there's a girl in your life called Queen Kareen, and of course you've got a daughter. Now, if you're a king and your girl's a queen, that must mean that your daughter must be a princess. She'll be lighting up like a Christmas tree and getting ready to celebrate Burns Night. Of course, a big, big shout out and a very, very happy Burns Night to Princess Darley. And to all of our people who watch from in Scotland, we wish you a great, great night indeed. And please don't drink too much. And if you are, please act responsibly, and please don't drink and drive, obviously. There we are. Let's get through these lights before Lady Andrea flicks them on to red. That's a new habit at the moment. Mr. Paul's got a slight sore throat, by the way, if you're curious to know. It's sore on one side, the other half's all right, so wish me luck. Here we go. I think it's the weather. And if you are curious to know what the weather's like, well, you can see it's a little bit cloudy, it's a little bit hazy, but if you look straight in front of you over the rooftops, there's no doubt that the sea is looking very, very blue indeed. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me, we're waiting especially for you. And we really, really are, impatiently in fact. So come on, Lord Julian and Lady Bridget, let's get yourself on that big bird. Come on, or a bit of driftwood. Start paddling like crazy. Midtown Central Paphos is where we are. General Hospital, you can go off towards the left. That's the Papa Antonio main supermarket in Central Paphos. We're going to go straight over, and we're going to take a deviation from this road in towards the Old Town just to see what's going on. And to be honest, at this time of year, the answer to that question is not a lot, because the Old Town pretty much relies on foreign tourists, and of course, the end of January and February, to be honest, there's not that many of you around, although it's surprising that there are more tourists in Paphos than we anticipate. When we walk around, we do get to meet quite a few people and want to do accost us. So if you do see us walking around, perhaps pop over and say hello. If you're feeling shy, come and see us after we film, but we don't mind you interrupting us, because to be honest, the little movies get that little bit better if you come over and say hi. Let's go and take a look into the Old Town and see what's going on. And like I say, there's not going to be a lot going on. Let's let these girls go. We may as well. We're not in any big rush. Will we get a thank you? No, don't be so stupid. All they're thinking about is me, 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 and me, me. That's the culture of today, isn't it? We understand that. Main bus terminal, that's there on the right-hand side. If you want a bus to somewhere in and around Paphos, that could be a good starting point. Go and hunt it down. Sap. What's SAP? What a little bit of SAP for? No, Cyprus. Cyprus buses.cy.com. That's their internet address, and you'll get lots of information on there. And of course, their timetables and the bus fares. And the bus fare now is around about €3 per trip. You can get a daily pass, a weekly pass, and a monthly pass. And you can also get what they call tailored passes. In other words, that's a pass with your name on it. So if you do happen to lose it, you can get a new one. But if you buy one that's not been tailored, as they're saying, which in other words is just an anonymous pass, and you lose it, guess what? You can't renew it, so you've lost it for life. Anyway, here we are. Here is the Old Town. We've got a gangster in front of us. He's driving around in one of those G-Wagons, and it's surprising how many of them that are driving around Paphos, by the way. There's about 100 of them, and I'm not exaggerating. There's an awful lot of G-Wagons. There's an awful lot of people with an awful lot of money. Drop in the comments where you're from. Are there lots of people driving around in G-Wagons? Paphos Old Town, on perhaps not a spectacality of a day, although as we look out through the bushes there, we can see that the sea is looking very, very blue indeed. This bus number 610 was marketed as the market, so in other words, it's bringing it to the Old Town and the indoor market, which is coming up on the right hand side. And there are one or two people sitting in the bars and the restaurants on the right here. There's the bus stop, so that's where you get off, and then literally right across the road there is the municipality market, and this is the Old Town of Paphos. Now, if you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget, it doesn't cost you a single penny to hit that thumbs up or to hit that subscribe button. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend it to like-minded people like yourselves. But if you'd like to make a contribution towards the channel, if you'd like to thank us for a video or two, or perhaps you would like a special video, why not drop it in the comments and gift us a virtual coffee or two? How do you do that? It's very, very simple indeed. All you have to do is Google these magic words: buy me a coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page, and of course you'll have the opportunity to read that, a little bit more about us, and of course a comment or two, and then perhaps you'd like to gift us a virtual coffee or two. And we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. We really, really do. You can also choose to become what we call a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. It only costs you €10 a month, and then you know that we will be safe and sound and lubricated and able to pop benzene in the car to make sure that we can make special videos for you. We'd like to thank one or two of those superstars. If your name's Dayman, we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. Lady Kirstine, we thank you very, very much indeed. Lady Rachel, we thank you. And of course the list goes on and on. Sir Stuart Frampton, we thank you. Of course Michael Crompton, all the way in downtown Llangollen, we thank you. Tony and Gosia, we thank you. Anne-Marie, Michael, we thank you. The list goes on and on and on. And of course, we'd like our little family to keep on growing. And of course, coming very, very soon indeed is the Marika and Me privilege card. Don't forget to get your name on the list for one of those, because that will entitle you to discounts and privileges in and around Paphos, in particular in the Cape of Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. This is the Old Town on a rather gloomy day towards the end of January. That's the Cafe Nero coffee shop there on the right hand side, and I tell you what, you're going to get a great view if you choose to get yourself a hot latte in there. We're now heading down towards the main central street from uptown Paphos down towards downtown Cape of Paphos. We've got Marks and Spencer's, that's their uptown branch, and one or two other bits and bobs on this street. Perhaps there could be something here for you, who knows. And if you want to walk up here from Cape of Paphos, it's going to take you around about 15 to 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. Gridlock traffic in central Paphos. Well, maybe not, but we're stuck at red traffic lights. Come on, Lady Andrea, do your job. Here we go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon indeed. Whoops, Lady Andrea, thank you very much. What a naughty boy in front, eh? In his Lexus, naughty boy.